What is good, OD fam? We are back with some more Division 2 content, and today I'm going to be showcasing a build that I've been trying to make viable in PvP for over a year now, and my thoughts on if NinjaBike can help make this build truly OD. So if you are enjoying the content and want to stay up to date with all things Division, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get it. With Season 11 of Division 2 set to release any day now, it's time for us players to get ready for an entire new way to play the game, and that means new weapons, new gear, and more importantly, new metas. Now, for the most part, I am not a fan of metas, but in my opinion, Season 11 will be different and completely change the game. Most metas give rise to one single build or gear setup that the entire player base uses and abuses, which in turn destroys the overall game experience. But with the inclusion of the NinjaBike messenger bag, I believe that not only will this scenario not happen, but it will give rise to a meta filled with build diversity, which is exactly what the game needs right now. And that brings me to System Corruption, one of my most loved and hated and frustrating gear sets in the entire game. On paper, this gear set should kill it in both PvE and PvP, but for some reason, it just seems to fall short. And that's mostly in PvP. In my last video, I showcased one of my favorite builds in the entire game, and what I would say is my go-to for PvE content. But if I had to consider System Corruption, it would definitely be at the top of my PvE list. But today, I want to focus on PvP and beg the question, does NinjaBike upgrade System Corruption? So here's where I'm at, guys. And I won't be going into full detail on the build variations that I showcased in this video, as they will change with Season 11. But after all my testing and all my losses and all my retesting, this is what I ended up with. As you can see, I'm running all blues, and this brings up my first issue with the gear set. I feel like there's no middle ground in terms of damage and armor for System Corruption, especially if you play solo. When in a group, you have the advantage of not always being the main target or focus of enemy players, but solo, if you go more into damage, you run the risk of not being able to survive long enough, and vice versa, if you spec too much into armor, it's very challenging to bring enemies down. We are running both the chest and backpack talent for the gear set, which gives us a lot more armor every time we use the buff, and also cuts the cooldown so we can use that buff even faster. But with that being said, we only have two sources of damage for the entire build, one being the Contractor's Gloves, which gives us an extra 8% damage to armor, plus 10% LMG damage to synergize with our main weapon. And we're also running the Catharsis Mask, which has two benefits for this build, one being the extra damage as we take damage when using our buff, and also a small amount of regen every time we fully consume that buff. I'm going with the Pestilence LMG, honestly just because I love the concept behind the weapon, and I never see anyone else using it besides the really cheesy glass cannon variation. And I'm also using the Apartment SMG because once again, I never see anybody using it, and it happens to be a really good SMG and my favorite weapon from Division 1. And that's the build, you guys. But as much as I want to showcase and spread the idea of this build, I'm also looking for a little guidance. I have two ideas which I think will help make this gear set more viable in PvP once NinjaBike becomes available, and I really want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments if you believe these ideas will actually work, or if you think it's pretty bad and I should go back to the drawing board. So I'm thinking of two different gear pieces to add to a few different variations for this to be viable, and those are one piece from the Heartbreaker gear set to gain the extra 15% LMG damage, and the Picaro's holster to gain an extra 15% weapon damage. Now for the variation, focusing more on damage, I would go with the Corruption chest piece to keep my cooldown short for the buff, paired with the Picaro's holster and one piece Heartbreaker. This way my build would hit at max damage no matter if I'm taking damage or not. And for the variation, focusing a little bit more on survivability, I would go with the Petrov chest piece to keep my 10% LMG damage, but also gain Unbreakable, and once again, one piece from the Heartbreaker gear set. So let me know what you guys think. Am I onto something? Is it bad? Or do you not even care about system corruption or NinjaBike? I'm just trying to find ways to make the game more exciting, as it feels like our time with Division 2 is slowly coming to an end. But even though it's been an up and down experience, I'm gonna try and make the best and enjoy our final days. Which brings me to a really funny experience I had in the Dark Zone a few days ago while trying to get content for this video. I guess I must have pissed off the wrong two guys by taking them both out using system corruption, because they literally invited their whole clan into the server to take me down. So if anyone from the CPT clan happens to watch this video, no hard feelings here, fellas. I was just trying to get some friendly PvP. But with that being said, trust me guys, it is not that serious. But thank y'all for making my day. As always, if you are enjoying the content and want to stay up to date with all things Division, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to join the OD family. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.